Good afternoon. We begin with breaking news. A 63-year-old man is dead. Police say he was assaulted in Lethbridge over the weekend and died today in hospital. At this point, police cannot confirm if the man's death is a result of the assault. An autopsy still needs to be conducted. But Lethbridge police do need your help. The man was attacked near 13th Street and 2nd Ave North just after 5:30 on Saturday. Police want to hear from anyone who may have seen the suspect in that area late Saturday afternoon. Meantime, another deadly crash on southern Alberta highways, this one between a semi and a sedan. And this is all that remains of the Toyota Camry. Investigators believe the driver ran a stop sign, then slammed into the side of a cattle liner. It happened last night at highways 512 and 843. The impact was so severe, the Toyota was dragged for about 400 meters before it collided with the liner. The driver was killed instantly.
You know, anytime somebody loses their life, it's pretty tragic, and you know, still at this time we have no idea who the person is, whether they're from this area or not, whether we know the person. You know, someone lost a loved one tonight, and tragedy is going to strike home for somebody tonight.
Alcohol is not believed to be a factor, and no charges are anticipated. The driver of the cattle liner was not hurt. The deadly crash comes as Lethbridge makes another big push to slow drivers down. 3 more intersections have been equipped with speed-on-green technology. Some drivers say it's about time, while others accuse the government of another cash grab. Jeanette Roche reports.
They're called intersection speeding devices, or ISDs for short. They can catch you behaving badly behind the wheel, speeding through a green, or failing to stop at a red. Just this week, an additional 3 became active. 2 on Mayor McGrath Drive South and 1 at Crow's Nest Trail in 43rd Street. But some people think more cameras means more opportunity for a government cash grab.
Because if a cop wants to catch someone for speeding, they should catch them on their own, not through a camera.
While others say it's about time.
I think it's a good thing, yeah. Slows people down, keeps people safe, yeah. So I think it's a good thing.
The reality is there are people who run red lights, and that's dangerous, so it's helpful in that respect.
The intent of the ISD program is to change drivers' behaviors, ultimately. We want people to slow down. We want people not to be running red lights. The goal of that is, in turn, to reduce the frequency and severity of collisions.
A good intention with a hefty price tag. The fine for running a red light is $287. Fines for speeding through an intersection range from $57 to $350 depending on the speed. And if you're caught going 50 clicks over the speed limit, you'll have to go to court. Lethbridge's first 3 cameras were installed in 2010. Since that time, nearly $2.5 million has been collected from drivers violating the rules of the road.
At the end of the day, the revenue generated from tickets is as much or as little as the motoring public makes of it. If you don't speed, if you don't run red lights, you're not going to get a ticket.
Jeanette Roche, CTV News, Lethbridge.
And there is a grace period until March 11th. Anyone caught speeding or running a red light at those 3 new locations will receive a warning in the mail. But as of March 12th, real tickets will be issued. And time to check in with Dory in the Weather Center. And Dory, warmer temperatures on the way, but that means some wind to deal with as well.
Yeah, we've already seen evidence of that today, Elissa, with wind speeds fairly gusty this afternoon. They're still going to be fairly strong off and on tonight, and then again tomorrow we'll be seeing some windy spells as well. But after that, things should start to calm down as this area of high pressure slides in and parks over us for several days. I'll have all the details coming up in a couple of minutes.
All right, thanks, Dory. A government spokesperson says the South Saskatchewan Regional Plan is aimed at balancing recreational activities with the environment as populations increase and demand grows. More than 1,000 Southern Albertans have already signed a petition that's being circulated in Southern Alberta businesses and online. It is designed to raise awareness about changes to the regional plan, which critics say will drastically reduce random camping in off-road vehicle areas. A spokesperson for Environment and Sustainable Resource Development says the draft plan is being put together over the next few months, and the government will be looking for more public input.
The information about ATVs and the random camping, that information is not consistent with what we heard during consulting. So I understand people may have concerns, but I definitely want to encourage folks to keep an eye out for when that draft plan is released in the next couple of months, and make sure that they provide us with their input and their thoughts and their concerns.
Critics say instead of restricting access to the backcountry, the government should focus on better management and enforcement. Amanda Lindhout shared her story with Southern Alberta teachers today. She hopes her words will inspire teachers to teach about forgiveness and making a difference. Lindhout's keynote address was met with a standing ovation. She spoke to nearly 2,000 teachers at the Southwest Teachers Convention at the University of Lethbridge. The 32-year-old was taken prisoner by Somalian rebels in 2008. Today, she works with a charitable foundation helping people in that country. Lindhout says teachers are her most rewarding audience.
Well, teachers are in a powerful position to shape the minds of our country's youth. And as you heard me say at the end of my speech, we can teach our youth to be agents of change in the world. So, you know, I do a lot of public speaking over the last couple of years, and really and truly speaking to groups of teachers, I think, has the most impact.
For more information, visit globalenrichmentfoundation.com. The Teachers Convention wraps up tomorrow. A City of Lethbridge employee is leaving for Liberia, one of the world's poorest countries, and she's there to improve the lives of kids. Lori Harrison leaves this weekend with some pretty special travel companions, Olympians Clara Hughes and Rosie McLennan. The trip is organized by Right to Play, which uses sports and games to educate and empower youth to overcome poverty and conflict. Harrison was chosen for the trip after entering a Facebook contest.
I know that here, in Lethbridge, we try to make opportunities as much as possible in recreation, and even, the U of L having their big play day recently with the purpose of getting kids out and spending that quality time that benefits them and makes them a well-rounded citizen. So taking that feeling and taking it to a third world country where some of these children, they don't have school, they don't have necessarily parents, and bring them up to, having the equality of the social benefit, mental benefit, physical benefit that our kids know.
Right to Play is also launching a new campaign called Level the Field. It's aimed at raising awareness among Canadians about play-based learning. There are new developments in the case of Baby M, the 2-year-old Edmonton girl who was taken off life support last fall. Charges against her parents have been upgraded to second-degree murder. Police seized the toddler and her twin sister last May. Both were severely underweight and malnourished. Baby M spent 4 months in a coma before being removed from life support. The parents remain behind bars and have been denied bail twice now. A new report warns Canada's dependence on the oil sands could mean bad news for the economy. The Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives says the more we depend on the resource, the less diverse our economy will become. It also refers to a carbon trap that will make it harder for Canada to adjust once the world moves toward more eco-friendly alternatives. Growing concern about a potential shortage of truck drivers. A new study shows tens of thousands of drivers are near retirement age, and there's not enough young drivers to take their places. The numbers show by 2020, there could be a shortage of up to 33,000 drivers. The Canadian Trucking Alliance says this could be bad for Canada's supply chain because so many of our goods are still delivered by truck. Bridget Brown is working on this story, and we'll have more on the Calgary News at 6 o'clock. And now it's time to take a look at the market numbers.